All right. Potentially, most likely the finale to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. We are on the final trial, or at least I'm fucking pretty sure it's the final trial. I don't see how this could go any further than the trial. I really don't. Unless there's some crazy shit at the end. Let's fucking do it. Let's go. Is this the same... How did I get into this mess? Isn't this from the very beginning of the game? You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Or is this like a... What have I done wrong? I tried. I cannot allow you to go on like this. Naughty? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. You bitch. Oh, I see this. This is gonna be the trial, but it's gonna kind of be like a remembrance of the beginning. At least I'm assuming, unless I just went back to the... Oh, yep. Yep, I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Pretty much. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. Like I do every fucking... To prove a killer innocent. Uh-huh. Once again, for those that don't know what the fuck's going on, watch parts 6 through 8. Because this is massive spoilers for the ending of this case. It has been a wonky, crazy, ridiculously insane case. So I definitely would recommend not missing it. Here we go. It's the phone's like, are you gonna pick up, idiot? Beep. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Why are you calling me for... Oh, fucking creepy ass. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Grr. Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. Maya. Phoenix! Ah, Mia! Waifu! Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what? What am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. Is this a smile? Am I smiling right now? I don't know. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Ah, it's that accursed on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Ah, Gumshoe. I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Oh, then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up, or we're not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can to find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go on Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. I love you, Gumshoe. I love you, Mia. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. Ding! Can't wait for people to die today. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah! I also have a creepy guy next to me that looks like Wolverine sliced his face up for some reason. Looks like we're coming to the end. Uh-huh. Most likely. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. All right, so when we say as long as it can, that is going to be within the span of 3 to 4 hours, right? This ain't going to be like a 6-hour trial. Here we go, boys. It's time.
Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Yes, sir, just look at me. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings.
Adrian Andrews. What a bitch. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape.
Then you're saying that she is guilty after all?
I'm not finished, you stupid dumb, but Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. Oh. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card.
What is that? It looks like a shell.
This is the calling card of a certain assassin.
Assassin, you say?
Yes, Juan Carrera was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt On Guard. Naughty!
What a surprising turn of events!
It's elementary, my dear judge. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I mean, fair. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can, at least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today.
We're about to find out. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Oh yeah, I forgot that Powers was a fucking... I'm so scared. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please.
Okay.
I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. Also facts. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah.
Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much.
Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. I look like fucking Wolverine. On the night of the murder, you visited I'm the one who scratched his face. You visited the defendant's room. Is this correct?
Yes.
Wait. I didn't know. Wait, I didn't know that either. What the fuck, man? Why did you not tell us? You dumb bastard. Check there's some crazy fucking shit going on in the football game. I just want to see something. Oh, did he get another touchdown? He got another touchdown. Austin Eckler's a fucking beast. Holy shit, my teams are going off this week. All right, that's the last I'll check because the games are about to end. All right. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. You stupid dumb. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. On Guard's room.
Okay, sure.
I didn't know this, so this will be brand new information. After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. That's true, you did. That is facts.
Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony.
And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. On Guard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy.
What are you implying?
Yeah, big brain. Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? I mean, that's what I do anyway, so... Sounds like a plan! At first, I thought it was the bellboy. What do you mean by that? At first? What do you mean by that?
Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray.
Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry.
I guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one. Fucking, okay. What do you mean you what? You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct?
Yeah! The bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do.
So, how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think.
It's not a long time. Uh, 100% by yourself? The defendant's room. Why did you go there?
Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright!
What is it?
You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you?
Huh?
I know I'm just a poor, underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer.
No one said you were, Mr. Powers.
No, please, don't trick me! Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy!
Every time? Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate to continue with your testimony.
Sorry. So, you went to the...
Hey, wait a minute, when and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? It always happens, don't worry about it. Are you sure that was Matt on guard?
Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the Nickel Samurai mask then.
If that's the case, then you really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant? I thought it was the bellboy. Then I gave up. So who are these guests you're talking about?
You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway.
This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Leave this, I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. So here. See. I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his... I thought... Wasn't he, like, sleeping or some shit?
Fucking Big Chungus!
Okay, this is at the time of the murder. Oh, right, sorry, right after the murder. It's a crime scene photo. There's some water. Still in Nickel Samurai costume, talk with someone. Sorry, it's like a piece of fuzz on my microphone. What did you say about this one again? You saw two of them, bellboy and defendant. Yeah, I just want to know. Gonna press on everything again. These gas you, that'd be really rude. So back in my seat pretty soon after Matt. I was gonna say yes. It didn't. If he was gone, he wasn't gone for very long. Still in his Nickel Samurai costume. Okay, so when did the fucking murder actually happen again? Wish it would say, like, if it was before or after. I mean, of course it was after this award ceremony show, but, like... Hey, I want to see this one again, at first. Yeah, what do you mean? Oh. Here we go. There was a contradiction. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah! Yeah, that's it! You really know your job!
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
this bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
You mean about the bellboy, right? Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Okay. So we gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked.
I'm afraid I don't know or follow at all.
It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which one of his shocking moments I should ask about. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps.
I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court.
No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches.
A line of stitches?
Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Ah! I was there at On Guard's house. He was that butler. Yeah, no fucking shit. He was John Doe, dude. Fucking John Doe, the butler. Yeah, John Doe. 100% actual human being and real human name. Are you really that dense? Oh, yeah, you are.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. So that means On Guard was talking with the killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, On Guard would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief!
You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What did you just say, Your Honor?
Nothing, Mr. Wright, nothing. We're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony.
It's just like, oh, fuck. Alright. So we gave the bellboy We already did this. Alright, On Guard's tip. On Guard's tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips. Wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much. Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
And why is that?
Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Oh, yikes.
I don't think it was a tip. I think he was paying some money. Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Just is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Objection! The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. That's completely not. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that is very much like. Yeah. Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trades, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. What the fuck, though? Why not?
So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it?
Payment, Your Honor.
Oh, payment? Naughty?
Isn't it obvious for the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida?
Then the bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin. The inanimate anal ass assassination.
Oh, hold your horses now. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this. Do you?
Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime.
Shelley the Killer?
He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer.
Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers?
No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out.
Oh, that's surprising.
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Oh boy. Oh boy.
Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. Right away. This fucking guy. Look how confident he looks. The second time.
And there will be a next time.
This time, I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean... Wait, what do you mean I mean? Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see.
So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious.
That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Ha, 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. It's fake, forehead. Come on. Give me a break. I'll have fun. I know my best friend's life is on the line, but whatever. That's when the bell was. Were you really, though? Were you really? And what time was it? Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back, and then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 p.m. by that time?
You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers?
Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. Nope. Congrats on being murdered, dude. High five. Oh, yeah, you're dead. Awkward. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So which room? Yeah, okay. And when I say room, the victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, all right. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you?
I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers.
But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide or try to pull a fast one? There was nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. Oh my god. We sound like two school children. Yeah. I didn't even fucking know. I just... Literally, that's like, no, you suck. No, you suck. No, you suck. No, you suck. And that's the end of the conversation. If you two are done being school children, I wrote the game. Bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Grr, Edgeworth, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? He's just doing his job, remember?
I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir. Hold it! So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand, and there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we could dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. Yes! I got it. Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? Geez, sounds like Adrian Andrews. As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true.
But, isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and...
Yo, you're just fucking profiling. What's wrong with you, man? So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches?
Well, there's also... I mean, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. I wonder if I could have chosen either that one or the other one. I'm not sure, but I wonder. And I wonder...
This is the crime scene.
There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, that's, you know, don't worry about the blue block that's in front of it. Anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room.
But can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time?
Mr. Edgeworth!
Yes?
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us?
Is there?
The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say empty-handed? I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Huh? Oh, Nani?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
G-loves?
Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier?
Sorry, it slipped my mind. Boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones.
Slam! So a football is made of leather? Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? You there, what? You're a football, right? Yeah, you're suspicious. Why? Because you're made of leather. Profiling 101.
But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest?
Oh yes, please tell us more.
Okay.
Stare into your soul.
Their second meeting. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. Interesting.
So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room.
Yeah, I kinda saw that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven.
I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm gonna fucking die. Alright, our second meeting again. Hold it! Just like that. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor, underpaid actions. He's mentioned that 3 times now. But even I wouldn't stoop to spying.
Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers?
Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye and a sort of sneaky spy-like. I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it it's over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. Hold it! Slam! I said hold it! Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Something. He gave something to this person. Yeah! And what was this something? If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please, try to remember what it was.
I'll try.
In the meantime, let's talk of another point, namely what the bellboy did next. Okay. I'm gonna ask about the person. I'm assuming it was Matt. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm?
Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face?
Yeah.
I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm.
Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was a note. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir.
Objection!
Oh, that? Why was that at the hotel, though? What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up!
It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out!
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw, was it this item?
Oh, hey, that's it! That's the something!
Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out! I recall we found this at Matt on God's mansion.
At the defendant's house?
Uh-oh, I probably shouldn't have shown that, but that's okay.
What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Carita in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
Then the bear being found at Mr. Engarde's mansion would mean...
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Engarde is the killer's client. Should I have shown that? I don't know.
Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah. Sorry, Mia.
No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have been later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have.
I almost forgot that he knew about it too.
I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
There are still a few points left we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you...
You saw nothing. Shut up. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Oops. There was one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure. Oh! Huh?
What the... What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered everything! I remembered who took the bear. What?
Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm! I swear it! Oh my god. Look at this fucking guy. I am regal. Yeah, this guy looks 100% just like a bellboy, yeah? You've gotta be kidding! A game for kids and grown-ups. What's the matter? Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Well, hold on. Wasn't the Nickel Samurai Adrian Andrews, possibly? Maybe? So it could have been Adrian Andrews.
Order! It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again.
How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And, as we all know it, Matt Engarde is the Nickel Samurai.
Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clear.
What am I supposed to do now, Mia? Mia, help!
You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry!
Now,
Your Honor!
Again, Mr. Wright? We've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony.
It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright. I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered. What you trying to pull? Oh, it's the same thing. The bear itself. I think it's fairly obviously that the bear itself is very questionable.
The bear, Mr. Wright.
This was found in Mr. Engarde's mansion. However, Mr. Engarde was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home.
Oh!
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Engarde who took this bear to the mansion, or to his mansion. Got him.
Why, That's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Whew. Disaster averted. It looks like you haven't got a fucking chance. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at On Guard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There was no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time he was the killer. Yep. The killer and On Guard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at On Guard mansion as its butler.
What a bold move!
The bear figurine was brought back to On Guard mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, On Guard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. So what's in the bear then? What's in the bear? Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all?
I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt On Guard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth.
Any last objections, Mr. Wright?
Well, do I? What should I do? I mean, I think I have to raise an objection, otherwise mine is fucking dead.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Objection!
Objection!
There is only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at On Guard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. Uh-oh.
What do you say?
What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. Is it really, though?
The real client?
Yes. Is this all you have?
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer?
Wonder what happens if I choose I mean, right? Like, right? Are we really gonna put her through that shit again? Oh god, I don't want to do that though. She's clearly not the murderer. I'm so sorry, Adrian. I'm so sorry.
Adrian Andrews!
Actually, before I do this, I actually want to see what happens if I choose the other option. Hear the verdict. Yep, okay. Okay. I kind of had a feeling I had to do that, but I still wanted to just make sure. Because I was like, okay, the whole thing is we just have to extend the trial, even though, like, this is 100% the truth. Alright, hey, Adrian Andrews, sorry in advance, but, I just need to drag this out as long as possible. Alright, here we go again. Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt On Guard for the crime by wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw, that could have very well been Miss Andrews. That's what I was thinking. Like, that actually very well could have been.
But what about Mr. On Guard?
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony, The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Unguard's mansion.
It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this?
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial?
Come on, anyone can tell On Guard did it.
I can't believe the defense is...
Yeah, believable. It's not something petty. It's murder of all things.
This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on.
Order, order, order! All disrupted parties will be forced to leave the courtroom!
Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecutor is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specifically bring that bear to On Guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely, and I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews.
And who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Oh, shit?
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm so sorry, Adrian. I'm so fucking sorry that we have to put you through this shit again. Man, I'm like not the good guy right now, am I? I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. I swear this demon will pay.
Mr. Nick!
Pearls, where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
A really strong power. Gee, I wonder who that could be. Is it shoe of gum?
Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe. How is it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Whew, that's good, pal. And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time! If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep this trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent. Huh? A tent? I could see a circus tent. Oh! Mia!
It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me.
So it was Maya that called you away!
Yeah, no shit. She's locked in a dusty little room right now, but I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away.
Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now?
There's only one, pal. The Very Big Circus.
Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map, about a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry!
And I could see a mailbox under the window just outside.
Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia?
I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so.
I heard her! An old office building, good stuff, pal! Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia! Maya's not hurt, right?
She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved.
Gumshoe, please hurry.
Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix?
Am I alright? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Are you sure about that?
Alright, time to fucking play the charade some more.
Court will now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Sup? Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of the murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews?
Of course I have.
You've seen it before?
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets?
All right.
Why? Why does she... Why does she what, Phoenix? Oh, yikes.
Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell it's just a small jewelry box just by looking at it.
Interesting.
So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Yeah, no shit. It's like the most important thing.
What?
What you mean?
What's this item? And how do you know about this?
I know because I was the one who bought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
You!
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan.
So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Do you know the order? So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle?
Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country.
But this looks like it could be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside.
Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken.
Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box?
I never told anyone, and as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew.
The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. On Guard didn't know, right? Okay. Okay. A puzzle.
That's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. Fucking I didn't. It just looks like a bear with some, like, indents. It's so happy. It's like corduroy. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So you can take it apart. And how would you one go about doing that?
Well, you first turn up its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Oh, this is most interesting.
A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's lost it. I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. A wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Karita and Andrews knew or know how to open it. Ha ha ha, you dumb bastard. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there is only one very important fact we've uncovered, and that is, this bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is, what is inside this box? What's in the box?
What's inside?
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness.
Yes?
You are the only one who can open this. Please.
Click, 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 click. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. Poor thing. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note.
I don't think we need to guess at what it is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. I had a feeling. When she said it was like something inside, I'm like, it's going to be the note. It's the suicide note.
The suicide note?
The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celestin Pax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. Well, shit! It seems Celestin Pax had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. And this is where we're gonna fucking realize that Matt's a huge piece of shit.
Order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard it all about it from Juan.
So you fucking knew, you liar!
When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear.
Yep, that's why you opened the fucking case and everything, yep.
I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer.
Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace, so now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question?
What is written on the notes?
That's right. At least that's what I would think.
Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note to be made known.
I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it, and I was going to burn it for her sake.
I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud.
Very well.
Oh boy. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celestin Pax left to us a record of all that had happened to her, about being used and thrown away by On Guard. This is gonna fucking ruin this whole thing. About being engaged to Corrida and On Guard's role in destroying that, and about how she decided in her despair to end it all. Fuck! Fucking On Guard, dude. I hate him.
And that's all Miss Pax had to say.
Yikes! There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. On Guard.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word!
Matt On Guard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Great. We're fucked.
It's On Guard's fault that woman killed herself.
And this time, he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that.
How terrible. What a selfish person.
I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend those creeps too.
There was no room for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note, and the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found in the defendant's house.
It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
How am I supposed to escape from this one?
Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do.
I know. I have to carry and buy some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. You saw nothing. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of the situation through one of those.
The gavel's already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry!
So center of the figurine. Which of these should I pursue? Can I actually read this? Nope, I can't. That one.
Objection!
Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it?
It's like he doesn't care if the...
I think Your Honor believes that Matt on guard killed in order to obtain this note.
Yes, that is correct.
But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there was a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Kurita until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt on guard could not have known that this was, or what was written on this notes.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in the right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. I mean, I do have a point, to be fair.
Order, order, order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on that one.
Unfortunately, I think he believes differently.
I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Huh?
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to the... Fuck, I forgot about that. I forgot about the fucking camera. That's fine. I just need to play it out. We'll figure... It's fine. I have...
Safe scum. What is that?
It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying?
Spy! What the... I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Matt on guard and the victim both thought of the other as the biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses.
And?
The victim, Juan Kurita, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt on guard. Ah, fuck.
Order, order! Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor?
You don't tell me you know about your client's spying activities!
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright!
I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch, using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this found on this camera.
Matt on guard's fingerprints were on there?
Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh?
What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. On Guard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking?
Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy? Shh, stop. Don't look at him.
The way he's sweating is just so, nasty.
Phoenix.
Yes, Chief?
Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet?
What I'm going to do next? Just running away like a frightened child worker.
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing.
Well, what is it, Mia?
There was a piece of evidence that he really should investigate.
Something you should investigate? Oh, you know, like my menu? Sorry, what? You saw nothing.
I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance.
Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden?
Alright, I think this time you finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
What is this piece of evidence that Mia's talking about? Can I figure out what is... I don't... I don't know. Yeah? I have an objection, Your Honor. Do I, though? That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily.
You are beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor. I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing.
Hey, isn't that what I just said?
So, you're telling me that I forgot something. You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. The transmitter? I'm not really sure.
Take that!
That one. Whoops! Okay, that wasn't it. Huh.
Take that!
No. Whoops! Whoops. I'm gonna go back. Let me try one more time since I have one more. Hold on. Man, I'm dumb. The bear! I'm so stupid, I'm sorry. Alright, hold on. Load. I'm also gonna very quickly make sure my Elgato is kind of like more in tune with my dealio. Okay, hold on. Let me go back a tick and see what the fuck he means. Objection! I forgot what though. Oh, for some reason I thought it meant this piece of evidence is like proof. Oh, that maybe? Nope. Fuck. I'm not getting it. I'm not putting two and two together in my brain. I'm sorry. That. this.
Take that!
No, whoops! So Phoenix writes, whoops! Alright, hold on. Let me go back a few lines and okay. Look into this item when you have the chance. I mean, I'm assuming I just have to do it.
Objection!
Just your imagination, not like you at all. Got one very important thing.
Take that!
Gossip land.
Take that!
No. God. I'm dumb.
Take that!
And I'm just like not putting two and two together in my brain. I hate it. I'm save scumming so hard, and I'm sorry. What if I just no objections? You have an objection. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Either way, you have to. Fuck. I'm so dumb.
Objection!
Fences. Yeah, no. Yeah, huh? I sure don't. Something I forgot. I wish I hadn't saved right there because I wanted to see the dialogue before it. That's fine.
Take that!
The guitar case.
Take that!
The photo. What was the dialogue before this happened?
Take that!
God, I'm so bad. I really wish I had saved right here because I wanted to see the dialogue beforehand. I don't remember to look into what item though, for fuck's sake. Fuck.
Objection!
Not like you at all. So he was proving the point that On Guard had a camera that basically filmed Kurita. The knife. I don't remember what the lead up to this, so I'm kind of just in the dark. Ah, I wish I could remember shit. The transceiver. No, because that would make it too easy. Oh, I hate myself. Oh, upside. Fucked up. The suicide report. Fucking goddamn it. Yeah, I present evidence. I kind of lost. I'm kind of lost because I forgot what the lead up to this was. It's something to do with the camera. I have to prove something about the camera. What about the fucking camera, though? I don't get it. Oh, maybe the picture. Did I already do the picture? I don't remember. I did. The button. Fucking God, I don't remember what the lead up was. That one. Oh. Oh, that was it? I don't remember what the lead up was, so I guess that was it. Fuck. I kind of like figured that one, but I didn't want to. Never mind. Sorry, I just wasted your fucking time. That was stupid. You're so close. It was this one. I totally didn't save, scum.
That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right?
Who knows? I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note is yet to be analyzed!
Oh!
So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, that is yet to be even remotely confirmed. I thought they said that she signed it. Never mind.
But Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting...
Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. On Guard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you! Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person who, other than the victim, who could solve this puzzle is the witness herself. Ah! Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt On Guard. I did no such thing. Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. I'm not going to do that because I don't have any. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented the scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution.
Ugh! That's enough! Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note?
It is as the defense has stated, the handwriting has yet to be analyzed. God damn it, Wright!
If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible.
This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate.
Handwriting analyst, my butt. This is the lawyer trying to buy more time. On guard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that.
I think we've reached the end of the line.
Guilty! 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 We're gonna Let's start a riot! A riot! Let's start a riot! Oh!
What is that sound?
It's Gumshoe! Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him and what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away! What? I'm sorry, pal, I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found this hideout, pal, but the two of them were already gone.
This is terrible.
I'm gonna keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry, I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty! 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 Let's hang him on the cross! Pitchforks! Pitchforks, torches! Torches! Pitchforks, torches! Let's start a riot. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head!
Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and...
Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that.
Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
I am about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after.
Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch!
Take that!
What the fuck was that? It was just the... He just had the JPEG of the phone.
Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy us some more time.
Court is in session. Beep. I mean... I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying?
Mr. Wright, this is a court of law.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but...
I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow.
This time I really can't do anything.
Court is now adjourned for the day.
Oh, here we go. Yep. Please wait. This is fucking insane. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I humbly request another 30 minutes of your honest time.
For what purpose?
We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of paper evidence in that time.
But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes?
I believe we can, Your Honor.
But wouldn't it be better if we adjourned for today and reconvene tomorrow?
30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor!
Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today.
I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us.
The court will now take its final recess of the day.
Holy shit, this is fucking wild, dude. This is fucking insane. Right. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation? The killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time.
We can.
Reports.
Is that Mr. Edgeworth?
We don't have time to spit it out.
We're right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in this rush to get away.
A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence?
I thought you would ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over.
Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first.
We don't have that time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran.
What?
Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now.
Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
With my hunk of junk car, I'd say be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me.
Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir! No one! I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light! Items up by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that would be decisive enough to end this. What the fuck just happened? Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me!
No one can stop me.
Oh no, did Gumshoe get in an accident? Oh no! He ran too many red lights and then the Guardians of Halo were just like, nah. Uh-oh. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help. But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of him. No, we can't let that happen! Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? There is a way! That's right, there is a way! What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Bam, 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 bam. I don't... The transceiver?
Take that!
Is that right? Okay, I guess I fucked it up. Don't get your hopes up too high, but I'll try my best. Did I say something wrong? Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent, and I'm using evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears, whether you did your job well or not. That can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There was a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. I don't fucking know, man. I wonder what I had to choose to do the, I wonder if it was one of, like, the camera items or something. Alright, well, here we go again. Part 4, too. Holy shit, this is wild. Alright, I'm assuming it's going to be Celeste and Pax's handwriting?
Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is...
It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth?
It looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that the suicide note is a forgery. Oh, shit, it really was? What?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake. Oh! What the fuck?
Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it?
We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carida. What? Mr. Carida?
Well, well. It looks like Miss Impact's never left a suicide note after all.
What? Okay. That's crazy.
She never wrote anything about On Guard.
However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so that facts remain unchanged. I think that's a typo. You think it's a typo? Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it.
That does sound very plausible.
This theory that On Guard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it.
The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was a fake. Yeah, because the camera, right?
Take that!
What is this little item called again?
A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but...
Oh, that's right, a camera. You kids and your fancy toys nowadays.
Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the victim had forged the note. Ah!
So then, the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Krita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of, like the bathroom. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Oh shit. It's a turnabout.
Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense.
When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next?
What next?
If the prosecution can't prove Mr. On Guard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle.
Well, I agree with you there.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time.
Oh, well, that's fine.
However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all.
Unusual. Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth?
This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder. That's impossible! Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty!
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness?
It's,
Yes? Go on, who is it?
the man himself, Mr. Shelley the Killer!
Oh, Mr. the Killer. Whoa, wait! Shelley the Killer?
Are we fucking for real right now? Is this actually happening?
You mean the killer? I mean the assassin?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's coming here to the witness stand?
Well, yes, I swear to Christ, if we are gonna fucking... If we are gonna fucking cross-examine the transceiver, I'm gonna shit my pants. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Yes?
Is this alright with you?
Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is alright to do this.
Very well then. The prosecution calls the witness to the stand. Oh my, it's gonna be the transceiver. We're gonna be interviewing a fucking radio. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please. Uh-huh. It's not the same transceiver, at least I don't think it is. Uh-huh. Yep. Fucking yep. I'm gonna real quickly just look at my fantasy football for a second, just to get my mind off of this, just to see. I don't think I have anyone tonight, but you never know. I'll just check the score real quick of the game, because what the fuck's happening? Oh, cool, dude, awesome, fucking rad, dude, awesome. We're interviewing a fucking radio, dude. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Fucking rad. Let's see what we got. Mike Williams fucking went off. Devontae Adams went off. James Robinson went off. I fucking love it. I love it so much. It's so awesome. Fucking Eckler, 32 points. 32, 37, and 36. Those three players just carried my entire fucking team. Ooh, it's the Chiefs and the Bills right now. Ooh. Okay, I want to check that score real fast. That should be a good game. Ooh, the Bills are winning 7-3. It's early in the first, though. Josh Allen has 3 carries for 42 yards and a touchdown already. What the hell? Huh. Oh, Mahomes has 3 carries for 16 yards, too. Huh, the QBs are running the ball a lot already. Huh, okay. Dawson Knox with a 23-yard catch. Cool. Dawson Knox has been really good this year. The Jaguars have lost 20 games in a row, dude. What a fucking joke. All right. Very good, sir. My name is Shelly DeKiller, and I am a professional assassin.
I say, what is going on here?
Your Honor?
How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as you do not trace its source, Mr. DeKiller will testify to this court. So this must be what the urgent phone call I got earlier was about.
Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. DeKiller himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelly DeKiller. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. I like how the fucking Ray's like,
Maya! A voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly DeKiller.
It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness, there is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well.
This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream.
Shelly DeKiller, what is he going to say? Matt did it. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Okay, fair enough.
Mr. DeKiller seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
Well, he's a fucking assassin, dude. He could kill you right now if he wanted to. He could, like, just, like, open a hole in the ceiling and drop a grenade right into your seat, and you would just be like, oh, what's the... and just die. And that would be it. That'd be the end. Boom, done. Literal boom, done. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. DeKiller is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by his one belief.
You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Cannot fucking believe we're cross-examining a goddamn radio. Okay. We understand, so please tell us the name of your clients. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. Okay. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
And that is why you're testifying in this matter.
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly...
That's enough! Please, no more!
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. Yikes! That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role.
Their role?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die? Oh my god! Holy shit!
Just like, holy shit!
Dude, fucking got him. Yo, anyone just being an asshole, you just be like, hey, you wanna die now? Hey, bruh, you bruh. You wanna fucking die though? Judge is scared. The judge had better watch himself. What is it if I press here? We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry, go on.
Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright.
It's only because you don't know about my situation. I'm not his therapist, you know. Oh. I didn't mean to skip that, my bad. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person. I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value your trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. Please. For the love of fuck.
What is it?
Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness! What is the name of the client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... What?! What? What? Oh! Adrian Andrews. What? Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? You're fucking lying. You're fucking lying.
This can't be on the phone earlier.
What's going on here?
My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edric in the back.
Stabbed Edgeworth in the back?
I'm sure in order to get an audience with his court, Mr. DeKiller told him a different name. Matt on guard, perhaps.
I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie.
But you were the one who summoned this witness.
You Shelley DeKiller? My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard. Am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal.
Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this.
Yeah. Holy fucking shit.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive as instead provided a suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there was a possibility the defendant himself knew was a fake. But most definite of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. DeKiller's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all! No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt on guard is innocent.
I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion. Call me when you have reached a verdict. Fucking just people left.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, on guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but Edward is right. DeKiller is lying.
And on guard, my client. I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley DeKiller is certainly lying under oath.
It wasn't me! Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's dead. It was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. DeKiller himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Pax was your mentor or something. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
No! Mr. Wright! You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them! Please, help me.
Gulp. Yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe we've reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
I have
to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya, or do I throw the chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Oh, God damn it! Gamers, peoples, fellow Phoenix Wright fans, I just can't let Adrian Andrews get found guilty, bro. I can't. After all the shit she's been through, I just can't do it. Sorry, Maya. And also, Maya doesn't want On Guard to be found innocent, so we're doing her a favor. Phoenix, I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt On Guard is a killer. A murderer! I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than On Guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten On Guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. It's true. I'm just doing my job. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. DeKiller.
Right away. How do I say this correctly? Paralize? I hope I'm saying that name right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the fish tank. Hope you enjoy your stay. I hope I didn't fuck up your name. I'm sorry if I did. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Here's the fucking radio again. I think it was Paralize. Paralize. I don't want to add an extra A like an infant. Thank you. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more about... All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done?
But what should we have him testify about now?
Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? I mean, no one likes to be the jury, that's for sure. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be forced into fucking jury duty. Who knows, man? Who the fuck knows? Isn't it Is it random or is it not that random? I don't know. Could be wrong about that. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. A few times. You stated once. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carino was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. How about broken the rules, dude? Broken the rules, broken the rules, broken the rules.
This is the most unexpected turn of events for the, 5th time now? However, this time, everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then
I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimonies, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes two of us. I'm just like, yeah, I know. It's pretty fucking wild, isn't it? So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. Okay. And that's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? I must, as if I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. I'm so confused. He's like, Okay. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. The Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. Okay. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy.
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything and to go and stab the deceased with a knife and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No! I already told you I have no intention of using your services. Ever! Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? From the very beginning. That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that wrong? Wait, can I press that again? Yeah, hold on. I did the same thing 3 times. Sorry. Because, yeah, she didn't. She didn't know he was dead, right? I'm not sure exactly which one to press here, because didn't she say that didn't she say that she knocked over the vase when she realized he was dead or something like that? Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. The Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered.
But how? How do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor. Yeah, she has the fingerprints. Wouldn't she, like, not, you know, be going just straight fingerprints in a place like that?
The glass.
Mr. The Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why. Oh yeah. I forgot. She poured the glass of juice for the victim. My bad. My B. Which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
Nah. That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thoughts just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? We're double teaming you, bitch. Get your anus ready. I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. It's a fucking radio. How strange.
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection to this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Sorry.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you.
Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Yeah, and hopefully Gumshoe's still alive, by the way. Like, no one gives a fuck that the fact that, like, Gumshoe might actually be dead. Like, nobody. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I have made no mistakes. Yeah? Are you sure about that?
So you physically met with your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Beep, beep, beep. Or sorry. Beep, 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 beep. Anyway. This one seemed odd. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was that brief pause? Press further, yeah. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between the client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the other client while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Of course it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews?
I guess so. You see, it is just as I said. I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here?
Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
Now then, would the witness please continue?
So your client was Adrian Andrews. That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. I'll let it go and see what happens. Okay. Kind of figured, but yeah. What does it say again if I try it again? Oh, pfft. Wrong thing. Sorry. My bad. Want to see what happens if I press on this one again? Of course I did. Okay, so I wonder what happens if I say it's not important. Actually, let's just press on everything. 1 week ago, are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please, stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time. Okay, yep. Okay. Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request, but as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Carita's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. He was talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference after all. That is correct, and if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. Let's see.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony of any importance?
The testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is that the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet?
Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that.
Oh, really? What if I say it was not important? Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. Song smells good. I did. It was only through talking with him Adrian Andrews is a her, you fucking moron. That's when I thought I could trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony...
Yeah, oh yeah. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Huh? Really?
If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. Hey, idiot, isn't Adrian Andrews a woman? I would like to go over this one more time. Dude looks like a lady. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelly DeKiller. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up. About her. So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she was a woman! Oh! Yeah, forehead. She's a woman. You fucking moron.
Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following, that he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person!
Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKiller's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Oh my god, he's leaking oil! Sweat, oil.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see.
Unluckily for Mr. DeKiller, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so, he simply picked with the wrong gender to go with.
What is going on?
He's a fucking liar.
Shelly DeKiller! This court demands an explanation!
I think somehow I must have mixed up clients with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth.
Tomorrow is come day. Yo, what's up, Steve? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great night. Welcome to the final stream, I guess episode for YouTube, of Phoenix Wright History and Justice for All. We're finishing this up tonight, I'm pretty sure. I think we're getting close to the end, so let's keep going. Yes, now I remember I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. You fucking liar. The requests were the murder of Juan Carita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. Full of shit.
So you took this job through a letter?
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he has definitely lied. Yeah, no shit he's lying, Phoenix. Bruh! Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we could do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, my boyfriend, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
I mean, I'm probably gonna have to break his testimony anyway, right? I'm gonna save scum just because I'm a piece of shit. You got the Skylander you ordered today? Hell yeah, dude. Hope you enjoy it, man. Enjoy your Skylander. Ooh. And why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice business opportunities?
On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the Times and now take requests via electronic mail. It's like he's fucking promoting himself.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
Email?
In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and... Okay, what's the best animal? Only one answer is correct. Cat, because I like him. I don't fucking know. I like cats, though. 2 or 3 other things? Yes. And what were these other things? You know, the twig and berries. A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? I saved scum. It's fine. Oh yeah, monkey. Whether I did just press B too far. Mr. Attorney. Yes. Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck, alright? Fuck it! Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose they don't have much of a choice. Skylander's a monkey. Well, he's extra cool, but he's still a monkey. Hell yeah, dude. Enjoy. The bear figurine. The bear figurine. After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Kreda's suitcase. Oh, I remember the suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you said to stain your examine it, whatever.
That. I said inventory. I was thinking of Borderlands. As you wish. What does a monkey summon as minions? I don't know. A smaller one? Tiny monkey? Fuck you. Yeah, I knew it. Haha, I got it. Shelly to killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item. I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Bruh. Bro. What? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony.
And I was going to burn it for her sake.
If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hand, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Just a dumbass. He sure is, but he's our favorite dumbass other than Gumshoe.
Order, order, order! So that's where you two were going. I should still pack my suitcase.
So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client! Oh, okay, well he has to know we're onto him now, right? I mean, come on. We've literally asked nothing but questions to make him suspicious. He has to be onto us.
Order, order, order! Mr. Phoenix Wright.
I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else! I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement! No, that's not... That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me while I fucking kill somebody. I have a matter that I must attend to. Hold it. I don't think he did it. He's too obvious. Yeah, true. No, please, not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... That pursuit music, though, it's pretty fucking good.
What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should.
Edgeworth, we can't do this! If we keep this up, Maya, she'll...
The prosecution,
What has come over everyone? Even you are!
The prosecution rests.
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What?
Naughty! This is fucking wacky.
Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I'm reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews.
Just gonna save real fast, don't mind me.
Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor!
If I end the trial here right now, then your client Matt Ungard will be declared guilty. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder! The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Ungard, to the stand.
The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out.
I can't believe it!
The outcome now lies in your hands.
Oh, yikes! Oh, there's the fucking douchebag. Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide.
I mean, fucking true, though. Fun fact, in the first Miles Edgeworth investigations, in the fourth case, you can go to the past and cross-examine the judge. Oh, that's pretty fucking funny. Objection. You're full of shit, judge. Naughty. Hello there, man. Yeah. Can't be called a man. He's a fucking scum.
But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Ha! Oh my god. So, I guess even the old fudgy dudgy figured me out.
Mr. Ungard?
What an atrocious lawyer I have. Giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Where did that glass come from? You don't want to know. Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life?
You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay?
But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. Oh god, the red. It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Ungard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want.
Aren't you? Right.
I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Listen to your heart. My client, Matt on guard, is... As much as I love Maya, and she's great, I can't let this fucking scumbag walk the earth anymore. I'm sorry, chat. I can't do it. Guilty! Fuck you! You piece of shit! He is like,
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Not on guard. Your client deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry. Imagine if this game has a jury, I'd be fucked.
Objection!
Oh! She's here! The items! Holy... Oh, cool record. Francisca von Karma! You came literally at the perfect time. Not kill this...
Oh! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix?
A woman with slightly blue hair!
This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool.
Did you bring them the final pieces? Do you have them?
You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition.
It's more silver. Yeah, it's kind of like a bluish silver, like a steel. There was a Crayola crayon I had it was pretty much that color. Scruffy saves the day. Yep, yeah, Scruffy detective. I love him.
Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this.
What a filthy old coat this is.
Well, it's the old coat of one of my favorite character. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere.
I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in.
I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. He was in a car crash. How? I know, right? Fucking, well, he was speeding through every red light. It was bound to happen. He kind of let that one happen, to be fair. Inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
The final evidence?
I imagine Gumshoe's jacket smells like noodles. Perfectly good noodles. Well, he does make noodles a lot. That's like the only thing he could fucking make, right? He was like, I can make you noodles, pal. Well, was he fucking Sonic? He's just gotta go fast.
This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. Gumshoe is too precious, he's glorious. Dude, I love Gumshoe. He's my favorite character in the series. Either him or Edgeworth. I think Gumshoe first, but Edgeworth is a close second.
I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so.
Good old Edgeworth.
However,
Oh god, fucking save scum again. Yikes!
This one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you.
I'm sure of it!
That is what we can all hope for. The first item is a pistol.
Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? I mean, sure, why not?
Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me.
Oh, it's the pistol that fucking shot her. The killer is sus. Yeah, he's venting. That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it?
That's what I believe, yes.
Oh!
I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento.
Oh my god, imagine if Franziska von Karma had kept the bullet in her shoulder as a memento. That'd be fucking, like, actually not even kept, like, pulled out, but kept it in her shoulder. Just like Dad.
I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test.
He's hiding in the court fence.
So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. It's probably not going to help us very much. Okay. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from the On Guard mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no something. I don't know why I keep pressing A, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelley the Killer is no ordinary man. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform.
Is that a uniform for the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime?
I am almost certain it was.
Yeah, 100%.
There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets.
There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder.
There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
There is a button missing on this uniform.
A button?
It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue.
Worn by the killer on the night of the murder, one of his special buttons is missing.
That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought.
And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor! Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful! Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he?
Is this the end?
Phoenix, I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? Apparently not in this fucking game.
I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now.
Well, it sure fucking save scum now, though, that's for sure. You saw nothing.
But no matter how you think about it, it's
Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Try for my sake. Just think about it for a second.
Got some cookies and milk? Dude, fuck yeah, enjoy that. That's gonna be so good!
There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. 2? The first, make On Guard wish from the bottom of his heart, bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Huh?
The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but
That's asking me to do the impossible.
the second way, force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go.
Mia, that's even more impossible. He is a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else, as he said like 15 fucking times already.
I know both these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle.
Oh, you got cookies with Reese's in them? Oh, Reese's Puffs, Reese's. I don't know why I said Reese's. Like Reese's. Yeah, hell, I know what you mean. Hell yeah. I fucking love Reese's Pieces and Reese's Cups. Oh, it's so good. The bigger problem is the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them.
Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us?
The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around?
Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it?
The person who needs the evidence.
The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all, and that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? You're fucking 21, shut up.
I have already told you, Mr. Wright, this court does not need any more evidence.
I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then, you want to show that evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
You saw nothing.
One chance? Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try.
One try. That is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? I see. And now tell this court what one piece of evidence you think would kill this person.
Is it this one or is it this one? That's the question. Because I'm pretty sure it's a spy camera. I'm pretty dang sure. Because didn't the whole thing about, like, On Guard was like, oh, I'm going to basically frame to kill or something? Let's see if I'm right or wrong.
What do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't have anything to say to this.
How about you, Miss Von Karma?
It was a shot. I guess that was wrong. One more chance. Okay. I guess that was the wrong choice. All right. I'm pretty sure I need to show it to the killer, though. Okay. Fair enough. Yep. Case came to an end. Oh, I ran away from the courtroom and wandered down. I never saw Maya again to kill his man. Yeah, whatever. It's the bad ending. Miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. Yikes! Hey, there's the bad ending for those that wanted to see that. I'm pretty sure it's the killer, though, because I thought the whole thing was like... On Guard was basically going to frame him. I don't know if this is the right save. Let's see. Let me double check everything. John Doe, dude, totally right name. Yeah, I'm not gonna need help quite yet, but when I do, I'll ask you. I'm sort of like half remembering this ending, but not really. Maybe the videotape, though. Well, show it to John Doe. I still think it's Shelly. So what's on the videotape is the question. Let's try the videotape. Yep. Because I want to. I'm almost 100% certain that I was thinking in the right direction, but I wasn't thinking the right item. I'm pretty sure that videotape is going to show the murder, and it's going to show the killer performing the murder, which is then going to cut the truce between him and On Guard. I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Yeah, I chose the wrong item. I chose the camera because that's what actually recorded it, but the videotape is what's going to actually show it, if that makes sense.
Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
All right, it looks like I managed to convince him. Sup? Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Uh-huh. Yes, one is all I need, baby. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? Yep. 100%. There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Uh-huh. Your actions were being recorded. What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have planted a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Man on Guard film the crime scene? The reason why I did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There was only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to blackmail you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. Fucking... But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I could keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Uh-huh. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? Oh! That fucking radio's fuming. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your scheme. Your clients. I have one question for the witness. Yes, you told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. Woo! We did it, boys. I gotta say, I really liked the killer's theme. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Oh, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? That chill music, I know, I love it. My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Peep. Maya, shut the fuck up. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Killer's one of my favorite characters. He's pretty fucking great. Excuse Excuse me, my voice is going. I've been screaming the entire fucking stream. He's really good. He's a no bullshit kind of guy. He just wants honor. Honor and trust. And unfortunately for Mr. Matt on Guard, he fucking broke all of that because he's a fucking idiot. Oh, thank goodness! Don't fucking... Okay, I was gonna say... Objection!
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I don't quite know. Ah! Miss Von Carver, where did that?
She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Holy shit, look at him. Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be so happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video.
Help me!
Now the sweaty boy, yeah, no shit. He's gonna fucking die if he doesn't go to jail, dude, so he's gonna say I'm guilty. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict if you please.
Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you.
Right, Chief. Guilty. Matt on Guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here.
Me? My wonderful self guilty?
Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. I imagine Shelly breaks into prison and kills On Guard. Dude, if he fucking did that, that would be the tits. I love it. Yeah, he's like maybe a few years down the line, be like, hello. No matter which way you look at it, you can't run away from your crime anymore! No! Guilty, 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 guilty! That was fucking brutal. Holy shit. That dude fucked up his face like Wolverine.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Theory to Killer is I don't know who that is. Oh, Francisca? I'm assuming that's what you meant. That's pretty funny. On Guard fucking died. He pretty much scratched his face off. I don't think that guy's alive anymore.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard?
I have left Miss Von Carver in charge of his incarceration. I am sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now.
Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair.
She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after. Yeah, the time Edgeworth literally said, if you die, I don't care. What was the line? If you would say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. I was like, holy shit! I do not know Dragon Ball Z. I have never watched like any anime, so I am in the dark. I'm assuming that's a DBZ character. No idea. Female with glasses? Hell yeah. The killer is Adrian Andrews. Or, Frieza. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. This is the line. This might be, I'm not even joking, this might be the best line in the whole series up to this point. Just how fucking brutal and just honest it is. If you are going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. That's literally one of the best lines in the whole series so far.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am.
A fucking bitch! I mean, what?
And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, Oh, I got a new face! I felt like I had finally been saved. Triumphant music! Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. Yeah, no shit. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. You almost got me fucking convicted, asshole! I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much to everyone.
When he destroys Gant, true. Yeah, that line was pretty fucking good too.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
We fucking did it! That took a long time. In game, that took 7 hours. Holy shit.
You were great out there, Phoenix.
What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. Your penis. You now realize that there was something more than just getting a not guilty verdict, right?
Yes, I understand now. Well, yeah, especially when your client's fucking guilty.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived at the final pieces of evidence.
Cries in happiness.
Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Listen to your heart. Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life? I sided with justice, baby. Matt on guard is a loser. You're a loser.
Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those are your choices then, and your answer. Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Yeah, it's my fucking job, bro. Right. Edgeworth. I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really?
Oh, she's back.
Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She is on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Mystic Maya's safe!
Matt on guard fucking sucks, that would be my answer. Yeah, he's by far the worst person so far. Just a true, like, scumbag. Like, Damon Gant was a scumbag, yeah, but he wasn't nearly as bad as fucking this guy was. On guard literally does not give two shits of who lives or dies.
You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her, Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh,
what's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
This fucking guy. Yeah, Gandalf still has a sliver of good. Yeah, Matt on guard has no good in him. He literally will use people like fucking trash and then throw them away like trash. So yeah, Gant at least had like some morals. On guard doesn't. About earlier, thanks.
Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'm a masochist. You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy?
I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you?
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? The question mark kind of came at the end. I was like, wait. For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. Oh god, not this fucking... No! Not the DL6 music! I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner, and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I'd lost everything because of that. I know, the fucking DL6 elevator music. Pepe hands. And then... It was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
As well as you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself at the defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
Jesus Christ! Have fucking mercy! But that was not what happened. Also, could you fucking chill, Francisca, please? I'm trying to lay my heart out to my boyfriend. God damn it. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense!
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant, but every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, Edgeworth is legit this emoji? Yeah, pretty much. That man would hold strong with his undying faith. George Michael, is that you? And then before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach out that one single truth. This I promise you. Is that a fucking painting in the background? Yeah, right above there. Oh yeah, it's just a painting of a staircase, I guess. It's literally just a staircase in like a barren fucking wasteland. I bet Grossberg would buy it though.
The truth.
Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
Uh-huh. You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. My fucking boyfriend's gone. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. Kind of weird how Larry wasn't in this game. Oh yeah, it's true. Hey, fucking Larry wasn't. I kind of forgot about that. We got fucking Maggie though. Maggie's great. She's also has the worst luck ever. That's why 1 year ago I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma! I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over!
Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? Oh, it fucking sure is. I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Ah! Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I am sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this right. Okay.
Nick!
Yes! There she is! A weep. Man Ray. I mean Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Oh, it's so hot! God, Phoenix is fucking tall. Kind of forgot how much of a broad dude Phoenix is. He could be in a fighting game.
Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. Desert. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haul you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Yikes. Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it, ever. Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth!
I'm relieved you're all right.
Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
Heh.
Sound like a fart. Oh, fucking Phoenix was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I did not know that. Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah, Sora was added to Smash. Literally everyone wanted that, right? Dude, fuck Waluigi. Waluigi's never gonna be in Smash, and you can all deal with it. And I will continue to laugh.
Alright, I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick! Food! Grub chow, I'm starved! I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me stick.
I just said stick.
Nick.
Yo, chill out. You just got out of the clink. I wanted Phoenix, dude. If Phoenix Wright got added to Smash, that'd be great. I'll take Kazuma Kiryu and Goro Majima for Smash over fucking Sora. You think I look like a burger?
I'm a prime rib at least, bruh. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist.
Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick. Food!
Dude, that's literally me right now. Literally me. Oh my god. Why are we back here? Fucking why? Hey, it's Gumshoe! You're looking good considering you were in a car accident. I imagine the killer's a really good cook. I mean, probably cook for himself, right? Hey, pal! Sorry to keep you guys waiting! Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him? Probably the last person I want to see.
You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of the Steel Samurai. Thanks.
Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you're bullying Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, Meatball Lady's back. That is true. It really does look like a giant, like, meat wad on her head.
Well, come on now, everyone gather around.
A fucking dick camera.
Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
Hell yeah. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Keep that in mind. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for those 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Why does he look like a faucet? It kind of does look like a faucet. Ah, well, you know it's... Huh? Wait, that's odd. When I ran off with the things from Tequila's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item?
Ah, come on, y'all. It's over. But whoo boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? Ha, you think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Ah, it sure was nice to finally see them both smiling again. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver! Maya, stop getting accused of murder. Yeah, I know, right?
Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
Learn how to get away from murder? It sounds like a... Alrighty, it sounds like a fucking book. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location.
Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
You've eaten way too much, you glutton. Same. I had fun tonight. Now if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. How about the whip? How about the whip? Actually, maybe the whip is the one. Here you go! What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya. Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Pearly! Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh?
Yeah! I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kind of already put your name on the bill.
Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see, and I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000.
Huh? Maya's 18. Yes, she is 18. We're good. If it was last game, then Pearl's comments would have me going to prison. Yes.
Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
Huh? Nani?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
Phoenix is 25. Oh, yeah. All right, then. If you say so. Objection! We did it! Big fucking pog. I think he's 24. I want to say he was 23 in the first game. Oh, here we go.
You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. Living on the edge? I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
Don't fucking make it a habit, please. Please don't make it a fucking habit.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just
for fuck's sake! Pearls, please! Why? We're not gonna fuck.
Not yet, at least.
Kappa lol.
Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is a bad for all society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal.
Hell yeah, it is, Gumshoe. You look fucking weird without your coat. Put it back on, please. Literally just put the coat back on. Hey, it's Maggie!
I'm Maggie Bird, and retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. Cool. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. Good fucking career change, going from a cop to a waitress.
Uh-huh. That's gonna fucking go well. Yikes.
Oh, God. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hottie. Recently, yes, that girl you know. I haven't seen her around. Yes, but I remember if I even laid so much as one eye on her, it would go crack! It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes.
I fucking hate this guy. Worst character. Creepiest motherfucker on the planet. Dr. Fuckballs? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, God. It's time to begin our quest of World Circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous fight to Zimbabwe.
Hey, Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at most jokes. Fair enough. Fucking weird seeing him again. Speaking of Mo, let's go to Mo. Yes! I'm ready! There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls represent! We've got a new act all worked out. Prepare for Hallelujah Chorus. Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it! Just fucking punching him in the face. Mo's pretty sad, but he got happy. He got happy again. Let's go see Ben. Well, there he was for like 5 seconds. What a pussy. What's this, Strat? It's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on a stand. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have been a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy, and they gave me the world they never heard about. This is going to feel the pain in my heels. Yeah, I'm going to feel the burn. And speak of burn, playing with fire is very dangerous because of that. There are 3 words when they start the scene of the burn right down the beat. Ben abuse is sad. Just stop being have some backbone and he'll be good to go, bro. Oh yeah, she's in prison.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edric did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
Don't fucking fall back into old habits again, please. Please don't. I won't have to save your ass again. Oh my God. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Psh. Or not. Oh, that's cool. Alright, see you later, Shelly the Killer. Literally, actually probably not see you later, because we will never see you again.
You're gonna be a ghost in the night.
Oh, March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International Departures, Gate 12. Ooh. Where are you? I'm assuming this is Edward. Where are you going, Francisca? Devon the Killer has a MySpace? Oh my God. Dude, does MySpace still even fucking exist?
How did you know I was here?
With this.
That's...
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going to be in the trash. I promise you that.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from Tequila's hideout, I was sure it took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things?
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
That's none of your business.
This fucking music is sad. Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Francisca,
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what, and failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius.
He was also a fucking liar, a traitor, and a skank.
There's no doubt about that, but me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to!
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave you this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? Of course I did. I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
Well, you fucking failed miserably. I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can, just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Oh! She's finally showing some human emotion.
I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you'd better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
It is fucking weird seeing her with a cry face. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Oh, she can do the same thing as... Oh, look at that fucking animation, dude. Hell yeah.
Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you.
What?
I'll take good care of this fourth piece.
What you fucking mean?
So I can give it to you when at last we meet again.
Animation, finally, I know. My animations! Oh, fuck yeah, that's awesome. She does love me. That's a cool draw. That's a good use of that card, actually. I'm the fucking best, dude. And there you have it. The end of Justice for All. Thank you, Capcom, for making such a fucking ball-out game. I love it. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Saving. And that's that. Alright, I'm going to mute the Elgato just so you can hear me a little bit. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of Justice for All. But fret not for you Phoenix Wright fans. There's still one more game to play. And like with the other ones, I am next Sunday just going to roll right into it. So next Sunday, even though we finished this today, we're going to be starting the final game in the original trilogy, Trials and Tribulations, which is a fucking crazy ride, and I cannot wait to play it again. Once it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to remember some stuff I'm not going to remember. So, yeah. It's going to be great. Yo, Tot, what's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, no worries, man. Hope you enjoyed. I don't know if you were lurking or not, but if you were, hope you enjoyed the stream, bro. Good to see you. Hope night has been good. Taking part in important war on the new war. Nay, no worries, bro. No worries, man. Lurkin, hell yeah, dude. Thank you for lurking. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you to all the lurkers. I haven't mentioned this. Is there any lurkers that are in chat? Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. You are the backbone of Twitch in this channel, so thank you. Yes, and yes, yeah, I will still be doing Ace Attorney on Sundays. Yeah, we're going to start Trials and Tribulations and do it every Sunday. Even though I want to watch football, it's fine. Yeah, so there's that. YouTube, you guys have a great night. I hope you enjoyed the finale to Ace Attorney Just for All. But once again, starting next Sunday, going on to Trials and Tribulations. Can't wait. It's going to be great. So bye, YouTube. Have a good night.